Your scripting. In your scripting programming language, it controls an application. This scripting program language will be embedded inside your application. Okay, so these scripts can execute independent of any other application. Okay, for example, if you have any frequently executed task like communicating with external program, then that you can use your scripting programming language. Example are Apple script and BB script. Next is markup programming language. It is an artificial language which uses annotations to text. Okay, so here how the text will be displayed, that you can write using your markup programming languages. Example, your HTML and XML. Next is your concurrent programming language. In concurrent programming language, the execution of operations is done concurrently. Okay, so even if you have a simple computer or across n number of computers will be executed concurrently. Example, Joule and Limbo. This is object oriented programming language. In object oriented programming language, we have the concept of objects. So objects are nothing but it will have the data in the form of procedures. Those are called as methods there. Okay, so contain the data in form of procedures which are also called as methods. So that is the concept of your objects. So writing program using objects are called as object oriented programming language. Example are Lava and Moto. Next topic is algorithmic problem solving. Algorithmic problem solving means you have to solve a problem by the formulation of your algorithms. For that, there are multiple steps. First is understand the problem. You have to understand what the problem is, what the inputs are basically. Okay. Next, you have to decide on computational means. Okay, what kind of computational means you are going to write. For example, whether it is going to be sequential or concurrent. Okay. Next is exact versus approximate solving, whether you are going to write exact algorithm or for approximate solution. This is algorithm design techniques. What are the design techniques which you will be using? Next, you will be designing the algorithm. Next, you will be proving the correctness of the algorithm. Next, you can analyze, and next step will be coding of the algorithm. During analysis step and prove correctness step, if you have any mistakes, you can definitely go to the before steps and you can iterate. Okay, so this diagram is nothing but algorithm design and analysis process. So how you will be analyzing and designing, these are the points. And you will be using data structure. Data structure is nothing but how the data are arranged. Okay, so algorithm plus data structures is equal to your programs. Next, for algorithm design techniques are nothing but strategy to solve your program algorithmically. So in that, you have to provide guidance for the new problems, as algorithms are the cornerstones of your computer. Next, the methods for specifying an algorithm, you can use your pseudocode, flowchart and programming language. And to prove the correctness of the algorithm, you can give different combinations of input and check whether you are getting the correct output. You can also use mathematical inductions for your algorithm iterations. And for analyzing purpose, you have to analyze in terms of two things. First, how time efficient it is, how space efficient it is, and how simple it is. Next is coding an algorithm is nothing but your computer programs. Simple strategies for developing algorithms. First is iteration. Iteration means the sequence of statements is executed until a specified condition is true. Example, your for loop and while loop. For loop, how we write the algorithm is for some condition, do, then statement, then you have to end your for statement. Similarly for while, then your condition, then do, statement and end while. Next is your recursions. Recursion means function that calls itself until the condition and is met. Okay, so your recursions and iterations are the simple strategies for developing your algorithms. Next, we'll see about your C programming. In C programming, the values are stored in variables. You have to define your program. You have to define your input, output. There will be call functions. You'll be using loops, if, function calls, program flows, array structure. You will be using array structure, pointers, etc. in your C programming. Next, we'll see the basic structure of C programming. First starts with your documentation and header. Okay, documentation header. This is not the header file which generally is included. In documentation header, the details will be the name of the program, the person who has written the program, time, date, etc. Okay, for documentation purpose, first comes your documentation header. Then comes your preprocessor section in which you will be giving your include files. Next comes your global variables, your constant and types. Okay. Next is your function section, that is your int main section. And finally you have your main section where you write your program. So these are the basic structure of your C program. Next